When you think of World War I, you probably picture men in trenches shooting at each other across no man's land. But did you know that animals played just as big a role? Yep, even if your history books don't mention it. Join me as we look at 3 animals who served and sometimes died in World War I. First, we have to talk about pigeons. Seriously, what would we do without them? In the early 20th century, carrier pigeons were the OG cell phones. They could deliver messages super fast over long distances. No signal bars or dropped calls, although sometimes they did get shot down. That's kind of dark. During World War I, carrier pigeons were used all over the place. From delivering battle plans to telling soldiers where their buddies were hiding, sometimes these birds were the only way to get word to troops on the front line, because the enemy had cut off communications. Without pigeons, soldiers might have not known that reinforcements were on their way or that an attack was planned. These brave birds swooped in and saved the day, or at least delivered the supplies that made that possible. One famous pigeon was Cher Ami, who saved an entire battalion in 1918. She was only a young bird, but she had to deliver an important message to the troops. Even though she was scared and alone, she managed to find her way back to the pigeon loft and deliver the message. And get this, she was wounded too. A bullet had hit her leg, but she still made it. Talk about a hero. But pigeons weren't the only animals delivering messages. Can you guess who else had a big role in World War I? That's right, horses. More than 8 million horses served as cavalry, transport animals, and even in field artillery. Soldiers rode into battle on horseback, and the clip-clop of their hooves could be heard all over Europe. Horses helped move troops and supplies and pull heavy guns. They were also pretty good at finding people. But let's be real, most soldiers got a little too attached to their 4-legged friends. It was tough to say goodbye every morning when you knew you might not see your horse or your best friend come back. Sadly, over 6 million horses died during the war, many from exhaustion, disease, or simply being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And finally, we have to talk about the pups. Dogs served in all parts of World War I, too. They were messengers, search and rescue experts, and even guard dogs. You may have heard of the famous war dog Rin Tin Tin. He served in France and saved countless lives. After the war, he became a huge Hollywood star. Dogs were great at finding explosives and rescuing people from dangerous situations. They were also really brave, even if they got scared too. One dog named Wolf took a bullet for his owner and saved his life. Another dog named Chips saved 7 men by leading them out of a bombed-out trench. Talk about a good boy. Sadly, many animals, including horses and dogs, suffered from the emotional and physical stress of war. Some became so exhausted they collapsed from exhaustion. Others were wounded or killed by bombs or bullets. But even with all the bad stuff, these animals were treated pretty well, all things considered. They got food, water, and a pat on the head. And after the war, people were finally more aware of how important animals are. Even started making memorials and giving out medals to honor them. World War I was one of the most crazy times in history.